I wonder if this counts as defiling the dead.
Kratos, so glad you could carve out some time for us. You know, we need it. I sense some bad blood between us, Kratos. Oh, all the memories. They're overwhelming, really. Let's see. How many sins have you committed against me? Oh, that's right. You murdered my niece, Athena. And what else? What else? Ah, and you killed my brother, Poseidon. And I have not forgotten that it was you who butchered my beautiful queen. I will see you suffer as I have suffered. Your soul is mine.
You sound like you have a lot of hatred issues on the Hades. Maybe some quality time that worked on Atlas, but it's not going to work on us because you don't even have Poseidon to back you up. Now, those claw attacks. The first one is unblockable, the second one is. There is a pretty good window for countering it. If you counter the first one, you'll usually be able to avoid the second one. The frames will last long enough. You can stand pretty close to him, and another thing you can do is you can actually pan from afar with Doom Hades. It's pretty decent. It's not a bad idea, honestly, but you should not level up your Bow of Apollo just for that alone, honestly. Oh, looks like it didn't get hit. Huh, that's weird. But either way, this is going to be a very long fight, so be prepared. There's a few opportunities to get health back at least, and I got kind of lucky there. I probably should have been hit by that, honestly, but I got lucky and he went to the second phase. Now here he throws his claws of Hades down like that, and watch out, because he has that overhead swing too. He goes 3 to 4 times with that. Like before, only the first one's unlockable, the second one is. He has an overhead swing as well. He has another attack where he might try to grab you. When he does, you can tell because his claws don't have their glow, so it's easy to telegraph. Watch out for the overhead swing again. Those come up pretty fast though, so watch out. You can just roll away as well, but I find that trying to counter and block is easy. And that's his grab attack right there. You see his claws didn't glow or anything, and nice. So we try to get some meat off Hades. Now, if you have your level 3 blades and you have the Spirit of Hercules, believe me, you can go to town on these arms and probably get back a lot of health. Even then, you probably should be able to get a good amount of health back on. They can actually grab you? Wait, seriously? I did not know that. It's always the right side for that safe spot. That does a pretty decent amount of damage, so watch out. And now this phase is pretty much the same as the first. Oh god! Whoa! Pretty much the same as the first one. Watch out for that soul swing. I think that does a pretty decent amount of damage. If you're low on health, he will probably instantly kill you, I think, with that, actually. Watch out. He has that swing attack where he kind of does an overhead swing, so watch out. And now, he jumps a lot more often, so watch out. You can also probably camp here. It's not a bad idea to camp in this phase, honestly. Watch out. And also, countering seems to work pretty well in this phase, I've noticed. That stomp attack is, again, probably where he's at his most vulnerable. Like, you're seeing that the counter gets him out of his attacks pretty quick. Pretty easily as well. Whoa, whoa. Why is he doing that so much? I think he's supposed to be doing it because I'm camping, actually. I don't know. Watch out again, similar to the second phase. And now he has those skulls. You can return him back to Hades and do a decent amount of damage. Whoa. Otherwise, this is roughly the same, though he does an extra claw attack. The range should be noted, though. Those things have a lot more range than they appear to be. This phase is honestly, in my opinion, a lot harder than it seems. It really can be very tame. I had a pretty decent amount of health, and I lost most of it. I'm actually relying on camming a bit more. Those things again. Yeah, those skulls, they're annoyances. They're not really a problem, honestly. Watch out. And again, take off more meat from Hades. And then get back to health as well. We're, I think, about technically halfway through the fight. Well, maybe at least 3/4 of the way. Whoa, oh god! Don't let it get back to Hades, I'm kind of worried. Yeah, that was a little close, honestly. I didn't get back as much as I could have. I got real unlucky there. I actually managed to hit it next to Hades. I made it close to him. Ooh. Why is it on the right side? I guess it's a little randomized. Okay, this is where you need to watch out. At this point, it is not worth doing anything else, so I just say, fuck it, and go with Rage of Sparta. Just go for it. It's not even worth it. He's gone crazy with the claws, and I just don't think it's worth doing anything else. This is exactly why I say my Rage of Sparta, nothing else. It gets rid of him pretty quick if you have a full amount. And I had a pretty low health going into that, so I just think it's worth it. If you use the Bow of Apollo when he's doing the claw swing, claw attack, it comes from the ground, you can usually avoid it. So keep that in mind.
Your pain is like...
So here we're in Tug of War. So you can block, I think. You get back your full health, which is great, though. You don't have to worry about this part either, because he doesn't actually attack you when you're falling down. I think he might die into, because that's actually the river Styx down there. If you don't do it in time. You can roll these, so I think you can block too. And you can also move back. That's nothing to worry about. It's kind of similar to wall. Oh, that actually did hurt players. Never mind then. I guess you can't block everything. You just those swipes. It's not worth really trying to get back though. You don't really get harmed, and I think it kind of can save you from a few attacks if you're not able to dodge. And you don't take extra damage. I do think this goes on for a little longer than it should. He's probably going to do a fur attack there, but this quick time event saved me. Very clever use of the chains. I actually like how he used the chain sealing. Wow, that's pretty stylish. Claws of Hades, we got our second weapon. That was easier than I thought it would be. Of course, I don't really know how we're gonna get out. That's what I'm talking about with the grab, by the way. It'll increase when more enemies get on you, but Kratos won't stagger when he's grabbed by the smaller undead, so nothing to worry about. So Claws of Hades, if you have that okay. Did not expect that. Hades did not die easy, I will give him that much. So we are limited to just our Claws of Hades, which I think is a little unfair because we can't really avoid stuff. And watch for that breath attack, that does a lot. He'll look like he's about to roar and pretty much swing down you. Use the chandelier. It'll come back, so don't worry. I don't think he was going to do it there, but the chandelier is still a great way to avoid him, so it's good for that. I do not know how to use the Claws of Hades, honestly. I'm probably not going to use it in this Let's Play that much. Okay, I thought I was doing it again. I'm always very aware of that breath attack, because it's pretty devastating. We have a few magics with this, though, but I'm not really going to use it, honestly. I don't think we have that much. Yeah, he was doing the breath attack there again. This phase is actually not that bad. I kind of wish use the Rage of Smartle though. Of course, I go right into it. You tried to stun us, so let's see how you can resist. Give me them souls, Hades. That is a lot of souls. We can go back to the Blades of Exile, but the Clouds of Hades are ours as achieved. Now we've got a few souls. I probably should have used one maybe to show it off, but we have Cerberus Mongrel, which he actually uses in that phase where he goes crazy and he has the claw shootout. Olympus Sentry, Olympus Archer. It's also worth noting that Olympus Sentry and Olympus Archer, it's not bad. Some of the souls he gets later are actually pretty useful. Like, I've seen some good use of them, but it's just not my thing. I think that's kind of a high learning curve, honestly, compared to other weapons. Yeah, this is my failed run. I forgot about that chest with the feather. and I looked back and I'm like, ah, well, I have to redo this then. Now, before we go... But yeah, we can actually go for the River Styx, which is good. Now, where's Hades? There was something here. Hold on. Yeah, Hades' helm. That is another god position. Most of them are pretty much near gods themselves after most boss fights as well, and... Oh, that's the old Hades' body. Technically speaking, we didn't actually really kill Hades because his soul is still alive. I guess. That's interesting. Soul summon.
You acquired the claws of Hades, Kratos.
The L1 circle attack is pretty useful. It's very weak. It's actually good for use for getting the achievement for Hitman. Hitman trophy, getting 1,000 hits, because there's no other way to really do it easily. Other than that, it's very useless in my opinion. I don't recommend it. The one for the Blades of Exile is useful. But what happened with that body? That's odd. Let's see if the souls can destroy them. Like, see, those souls aren't even able to destroy that nearly dead sentry. The weapon switching with the rapid switch, that's actually not a bad idea. I kind of like that. Oh, loading screen. No loading screen's my ass. I don't know why, it always seems like I get the loading screens and no one else does, and it's always like convenient that I get it. By the way, we can now actually escape from Hades. We don't have anything really barring us. It's really nice in my opinion.
Kratos, can it be? Does this mean Lord Hades rules no longer?
The god of the underworld is dead.
Dead? Ah, Hades deserved to suffer, though I thought his death impossible.
Olympians overestimate themselves.
Interesting. I will keep that in mind, Spartan. Ha ha ha. You need the soul of a god to use the Hyperion Gate, Kratos. And that one has not been used for centuries. I'm sure it's broken, otherwise I would have seen my beautiful... You know, Kratos, I wasn't always like this. A monster. I was once the most prized craftsman in all of Olympus. Zeus rewarded me with my marriage to the beautiful Aphrodite. My mother, Hera, bragged of my talent. But the day you killed Ares was the day my world was torn from me. That day, Zeus became the fiend you now know. Worst of all, he took my beloved daughter, Pandora. My reason for living. I spend my time here trying to recreate her. I fail again and again. She still lives, Spartan. I can feel it. You, Kratos. You can bring her back to me.
Your child is not my concern.
But surely you can understand. You were once a father, too.
Looks like that hit a low note for Kratos. But I didn't know this, but Hephaestus is actually voiced by Rip Torn, who voiced Zeus actually in Disney's Hercules, the movie and the TV series. Interesting to know, they've got a pretty decent amount of voice actors from the gods and other characters in this game. Most people should recognize at this point. Either way, the Hyperion Gate we should be able to use now we have Hades' soul.